Virginia, and we're checking out some alternative housing options for us. We're looking to move and to start another little chapter of our life, and this is something that we've been kind of bouncing around in our heads. And we are actually here at Blue Ridge Yurts, which is right outside of Floyd, Virginia, close to Hillsville, and we're going to spend the night in their yurt. So let's take a look. So they've got a couple of yurts here, but this is the one that you can rent. It is a 30-foot yurt, and you can see they've got it really nicely set up. It's got a deck, it's got some landscaping, it's got a nice little walkway up, but you can see it's really been well maintained. They've got some overhangs over the windows so the water doesn't just run straight down over the windows, which is something we've looked into. They've got some solar lights here for motion sensors. Really pretty landscaping. Steps are a little wonky for me. I'm too short to walk those big steps. So when you come up here, you have a sitting area. So you've got some place if you just want to hang out when the weather's nice. It's a little chilly here. It's in the low mid 40s today. But they've got this really nice deck that they've got built around the whole yurt. So let's take a stroll and see what it looks like. I think I like the idea of having a squared deck with a round structure in the middle of it. You've got more areas that you can actually sit and entertain, walk around. And this canvas is really heavy duty. I like it. This feels like a vinyl, but you can hear this. This is like a heavy duty canvas. So let's see what's on this side. I haven't been around the whole thing yet. That's an interesting way to keep the water off of the windows. That's something for us to consider if we go this route. And they've got several windows. Right there's the bathroom you can see in that window. And then this goes into the kitchen. The appliances, the way they've got this yurt set up, it is really nice. It's done very well. It's got gas appliances. It was warm. It was warm when we got in. It has a mini split, and it has a pellet stove in it. They've got some grills out here that you can, if you want to cook. We might be using this one tonight to do our hamburgers, which we brought with us because we tend to bring our own food everywhere we go. So let's go in. All right, let's go. So you can see it's really nice. It's very well done. When you enter, they've got an entryway into the wood floor. So there's like some stone, or I'm not sure if that's tile or if that's some type of a laminate to look like stone, but it's nice to come into so you don't track things all over the floor. Let's look at the kitchen because that's always my first place I like to see. It's actually really spacious. I mean, I kept thinking that a 30-foot yurt would not be able to handle all of the stuff I have for my kitchen, but looking at this, there's plenty of countertop space. They've built a nice little island, or whatever you want to call here. You can sit under it, so you can have people sit here. It's got room for a kitchen table, which is fabulous. They've got a small refrigerator. I'm not sure if this is electric or if it's, I believe it's electric. They've got a really nice gas range, which I really like this. This is another idea for me. And then you've still got some counter space over here. They've got a microwave. There's a little cubby here for putting some, utility things. They've got some brooms and things to help clean up. You've got a cabinet here. I like that they did the open shelf up here. There's plenty of room up here. The only bad thing about it is you have to keep your kitchen neat. So if you're going to do that, if we're going to do that, I'm going to have to work on that because that is something that I'm going to have. I've got lots and lots of kitchen stuff. But yeah, the kitchen is great. And then we walk in here into the living room. And you can see it's very spacious. Yes, I'm short, but this ceiling height makes it feel huge when you come in. They've got two couches. They've got a love seat and a couch. Of course, a coffee table. This is the pellet stove, but we're not going to be using that tonight. But you can see there's plenty of room for it. It doesn't take up much floor space at all. And for our heating source tonight, we've got the mini split, which is working fabulous right now. It's very nice and comfortable in here. They've got room for a TV, or you could do, something else with that, but I like that they've got room for a TV. I really like how they did this shelving. It's attached to the rafters up there, but it's nice, big, sturdy. You could put huge items on it. So that's kind of another idea we're going to have. It looks like a laminate wood floor. This is not solid wood flooring, but that kind of makes it nice because if you track in dirt, mud, whatever, it'll be a lot easier to clean up. And if you get tired of it after so many years, you can always replace it fairly easy. Now in this unit, they have an extra door on this side. I think if we do this, we're going to put it on the opposite side towards the kitchen. I want a kind of a walk-through house. So I kind of understand why they made that door the entrance. It just made more sense than to walk right into your living room. But this unit has the extra door, more shelving, which I like. This is something this idea we're gonna steal because I really like it. More windows, and then they've got the staircase, which we'll go up there here at the end of the video. But I want to walk you into the downstairs bedroom. And you can see there's plenty of room to get underneath the steps. You're not tight coming into the master bedroom. You can walk down this walkway with no problems. It's not tight at all. It's what I would call it should be about a 36-inch walkway, which is a normal standard code walkway. So they did some, I don't know if that's some kind of a board and batten or plywood type thing. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks nice. It kind of breaks up all the wood, but this is the master bedroom. So you've got like a quarter or a half. They do everything in pie shapes. But as you can see, there's plenty of space. Again, they did some nice shelving over here in the corner. There's room for some, let me turn on some lights so you guys can see a little better. Oh, this one didn't turn on. There we go. This one must not be working very well. But you can see there's room for, if you wanted, 2 nightstands. Now we have a king size bed. I think the king size bed would fit in here, but it would make a pinch point right here. So we may have to consider what we would do for a nightstand on that side. But we do like to read in bed. I like to keep a glass of water beside me at night, so we'll have to figure that one out. But they even have a dog bed in here if you've got a puppy. And we were looking at how they framed this. Okay. And we'll get to that towards the end. So now let me show you the bathroom.
Yeah, if you folks don't mind, I'll take you around and talk about the more of the construction framing side at the end.
I'm doing the pretty stuff. So they've got a full-size bathroom in here. It's huge. Come in here, the flooring does change to the same thing they've got at the entryway. Not sure what kind of countertop this is, but I like it, like a Korean type. And I like the sink. It's really pretty, kind of like a miniature farm sink, but it's huge. And you've got all these drawers. Huge place you can put all of your, your toiletries. They have a full shower. It looks like it has a light in there, but I'm not sure how to turn it on yet. Oh, there you go. So it's got a full shower in it. I really want a tub in mine. I really want a tub. We'll see if we can squeak that in. Might make the sink a little shorter so I can get my tub in. But they did a good job with it. Hanging for clothes. They've got an in-the-wall heater here, which is going to be really nice in the wintertime. And then here in the very back, you have your toilet. So there's, like I said, there's plenty of room in here. You could scooch this over a little bit and get room for my tub. So that's pretty much the downstairs. So let's go upstairs and look at the loft area. I like the spiral staircase. This sounds like it's not sturdy, but it is crazy sturdy. So you can see I have plenty of headspace here, but I'm 5 foot. You can go pretty far back. My husband is 6 foot, so he can go pretty far back, but look at the room you've got up here for a spare bedroom. It's a full-size bed. There's tons of room here. You could do small knee walls all around underneath here so that you could get extra storage if you wanted it. They put a really nice hardwood flooring on this, and I like that. They've got a couch up here. I have a feeling this is a pull-out futon type thing. It's not too bad. Pretty comfortable. But there's plenty of space up here to be able to have another room if you wanted it. You could seal the walls up to make it a little more private.
I'm going to move them around. We're in the dark.
Yeah. It is dark up here. That's one thing. You need more lighting. I like the bedspread she chose up here too. They're really pretty.
It looks like they use more, you can't see it, I'll get here by the light, more material from the outside walls here to use as so pets or kids don't go through the side.
You got a nice view down to the floor.
See if I can get that.
And there, if you can get a good picture of the dome, it's got a crank where you can crank the dome up in when the weather gets hot to let the heat out. And it looks really pretty right now. Just thinking about, I'm hoping that we can look at the stars later tonight if we have any. There's a lot of clouds out.
Now, that's the crank.
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard this on a Yurt video. That's a spring tension. That spring, and directly behind me, I'm going to assume is a hinge. So you can pop it up, and then the springs, when you get done, help pull it back down.
Yep, that sounds right.
And this is where all the rafters come together in the ring. And then what they've done here, all the electrical, because this goes to the smoke detector, is run through either the plastic, the electricity runs through the plastic cable or PVC, and then I'll have to show you downstairs. They're using Romax for which is metal tubing.
So I'm going to turn the video over to him so he can give you more of the technical aspect of this yurt.
Don't know about that, but I'll try. What I noticed was when they built along the wall here, because you can't attach to the lattice, so they ran a support wall. They've got a post. I don't know if you can see this because of the lighting in here. They've got a post about every 4 feet apart, and the joist set on these these look like real measurement dimensional 2x4s. And you can hopefully get a little bit of the framing. So here's a better look at the dimensions of those 2x4s. So you have to build your second floor loft, has to set on your first floor, but it's framed a little differently. Here in the bath you might be able to see it because the lighting's better. Now I thought was interesting about the window frames is they're running it down and up. We'll see on the outside. But what caught me was the lattice work is actually really thick. I don't have a ruler, but it's at least 3/4, if not an inch thick on this dimension here. And they just, to get your sheetrock, just ended it right here, 1/8 of an inch before the lattice, and it looks great. Let's see if we can see the framing over the doors and windows. Okay. See this door frame? What they've done is, if I can get it, the gimbal to take a picture. All right, right there. So it's right beside the lattice weave. They've got that tied in all the way to the rafters are sitting on that. So it's bringing the load down like a normal house here at the bottom and tying into the floor. I hope that makes sense, but you can see your header over your door. So that's fairly conventional. And then there's the steel cable that goes woven into the lattice, and that's what the rafters are sitting on. There's one you can probably see better. And yes, the walls are held up with zip ties. See the zip tie up there? Okay, let me see if I can walk you through a little bit of the framing for this spiral staircase. I've taken the decking material, beefed it up, and then there's bolts here. I know it's dark. I'm not sure if it'll show up or not. But that's bolted on it. I have jumped on this and wiggled it, and this staircase is solid. I'll give a pull on it. A little squeak, but it's all metal, but no, it feels solid. You wouldn't have any problem going up and down that stairwell. And I think I am done.
Well, folks, thank you so much for coming along on our field trip. As you can see, this is a very nicely done yurt, and it's given me a lot of ideas. A yurt is certainly a contender for our alternative housing. We'll keep you in the loop and let you know what we decide. We've had a great time so far. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.